Hello, my renegades, and welcome back. And we are back to Love Island, season 5, episode 7. So, before I get into all of that, as I always say, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when I am back on and doing videos. So, shall we talk about all things that is Love Island USA? Okay, then. So, basically, we're gonna see some of the top drama start to unfold because we know that Jasmine has now been dumped from the island, basically, because Harrison picked Destiny, and nobody knew that Harrison was gonna pick Destiny. So then, when it all comes about and everybody starts milling about and having their little to and fro's and discussions, if you noticed, Marco was full on hawking Harrison like a baden, like really like a baden, because he was the one, as I already said in my previous episode, that gassed up Jasmine like a fucking lighter to a match at the end of the day. Or should lighter to a match, or should I say lighter to a piece of paper at the end of the day. He gassed her up into believing that Harrison was going to pick her. So when it didn't happen, it literally dropped like a ton of bricks because it shocked everybody. So then basically Harrison saying to Destiny that he's happy to be coupled off with her. She was shocked that he picked her at the end of the day. And basically all I'm saying is don't gas people up in this place. Like, seriously, even if someone's saying one thing, it could literally mean something completely different. So stop gassing people up in this place because you're gonna drop from a great height. So then you got Bergie and Cassie having their little conversation because you know Bergie picked Cassie. Now we all know Cassie is not about Bergie, right? Even though Bergie is saying that, you know, he wants to see how things go with Cassie. At the end of the day, Bergie, your first choice was Carmen, but Victor got there first. So the only other person you could have picked out of all of that really was Cassie. So Bergie had no choice to pick Cassie. So they're having their little conversation basically. I don't see them as being as a romantic couple at all. Really don't see them being a romantic couple at all, because as I would keep saying, Bergie is one of those people that, yes, he's a nice guy. He has a good personality, can probably get himself into shitty situations that he doesn't mean to get himself in, because he needs to learn how to read the room and keep his mouth shut where he needs to keep his mouth shut. But we shall go on from there. But with Bergie, he's a nice guy. And as I always say, nice guys finish last. And I think the girls especially tend to overlook the potential of Bergie at the end of the day. So then you see KK and Keenan off to their own as well, and they're having their little conversation, and KK is straight off the bat like, they should have sent Cassie home. And I'm sorry, I am with KK on that one, because I'm sorry, but Cassie is a drama starter, like a proper drama starter. If they want to talk about snakes, I'm afraid Cassie is the biggest snake in there, and I'm saying it from the bat, and this is just watching like episode 7. Cassie is a full-on snake. She really is. She is one of them girls that you literally have to watch around your man, because if she finds a loophole, she will jump straight in it. She don't give a shit. Like, she really don't give a shit. So yes, I'm with KK when she said that they should have sent Cassie home. They should have sent Cassie home. I will say in this episode that I really do think there was something off about Victor. I know that Carmen had her chat with him in terms of saying, does he have an issue with them not having the physical side of stuff, because she's not really into cuddling and this, that and the other. And he was saying, no, he's fine, but you could tell that he wasn't fine with it. But then in the next breath, when they've gone to bed and they've woke up, Cassie's literally hanging on to this man like a limpet. So Carmen's hanging on to this man like a limpet. So I don't know where they are with that. But I will say that I think things are at odds between them two. And I don't see them working out at all. The same with Cassie and Bergie. I don't see them working out at all, because Bergie has his heart set on Carmen at the end of the day, and Cassie has her sights on Keenan at the end of the day. But seriously, I don't know how far she's going to be able to take that, because I swear down, KK looks like she's ready to knock this girl's lights out anyway. But as I say, text comes in and it's a challenge, and I always say with the challenges, Challenges equal fuckery, and it was fuckery afoot. So with this challenge, basically, the girls were the rescuers of the lost spark, or whatever the fuck they want to call it. And the boys are tied up and the girls have to save them. So what they have to do is kick down this wooden door, come through, wrestle a snake, put the snake over the head of the girl that they believe is a snake. Then I think it was go over. No, it was go over to a pit, say a question out loud, then go to one of the, basically say who they think the answer is for. Then go over, rescue one of the lads, go through this murky pit, then get to the end to a bloody waterfall where they've got to do their best kiss with the lad that they're with under this waterfall. Okay, we got it good, because I just about got it myself. Okay, so here we go. So Hannah goes first, and the snake she gives to Anna. So then she pulls a question, which it says, answer truthfully which boy you would most like to ruin you. So she picks Harrison, but then she picks up her jewel and then goes to choose to save Marco. And then they have to get through the quicksand and then kiss under the waterfall. Eventful? We shall see how eventful it was. So then we had Anna, who gave her snake to Destiny. And I was kind of thinking, to Destiny? Really? Really to Destiny? Basically. So she wanted to know. So she then went across to the pit, pulled out her question, which is the one of the lads with a stone heart or something like that. So she basically picks Victor with the stone heart. And then she goes to Leo. And all I can say is that kiss under the waterfall, well, damn. Okay. My dude picked her up and pressed her against the wall. And all I'm thinking is something must have been fluttering. There must have been flutter butters somewhere. That's all I can say. There must have been flutter butters somewhere. So then we get to Destiny, and she gives her snake to Hannah. And I'm kind of like thinking, well, why would you give it to Hannah at the end of the day? Because Hannah isn't really a snaky type of person. She's quite forthright. But Destiny did it in a roundabout way, because she gave the snake to Hannah because basically she sees Marco as a snake. And I'm like, Destiny, you need to let that shit go. Like, you with Harrison at the end of the day. Yes, you and Marco didn't work out. Yes, you went through something, which, to be fair, I don't think was anything at the end of the day, and you took it all out of proportion. But here we are right now, and I'm thinking, yeah, you really need to let that go. Like, Destiny really needs to let that shit go with Marco. So she's basically saying that Marco is Hannah is a reflection of Marco. So she was saying your partner is a reflection of you. No, that was a cop out. I don't think she should have given Hannah that snake, because the snake, I would have given it to Cassie. All the snakes I would have given to Cassie at the end of the day. So basically she goes to the question pit, and it says, which boy bears the curse of two faces? And of course the only other person she's going to call two faces is Marco. So that wasn't a surprise when she gave it to Marco, really, to be fair. So then she rescues Harrison, and they have that kiss under the waterfall. And again, all I can say is that was hot. Like H-O-T, hot. It was hot. You had to watch it to know what I was talking about. Anyway, so then we go to Cassie. Boring ass Cassie. Right. And I'm like, she's coming through this wall and doing all of this gyrating and flinging her bloody self around and going whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm thinking, Bergie's like, yeah. And I'm like, she's not doing that for you, Bergie. Like, for real, she is not doing that for you. She's doing that for the process of Keenan. That's what she was really doing that for. So basically, she gives the snake to Carmen. I'm not too fussed about her giving the snake to Carmen, to be fair. There really was no reason for her to give it to Carmen. If she could have chose herself, she should have put it on herself, to be fair, because at the moment she's being the most snakiest character in this villa at the end of the day. So she says, basically her question is which boy needs saving from their relationship? Now, who could guess which person she picked? Like, which boy needs saving from the relationship? So she picks Keenan. Okay. And she's basically saying because Keenan keeps giving her the googly eyes and KK doesn't really know about it and she should know. That was the most stupidest reason I'd ever heard in my life for saying which boy needs saving from his relationship. I mean, you fucking could have gone Victor at the end of the day. He needed saving from his relationship because Carmen don't like him. Carmen just went with him because she went with him. Carmen didn't like... He was the one that needed saving from his relationship. You picked Keenan for a stupid reason. That was pathetic. So basically, what you were doing was literally starting drama where there was no drama. That's what that was. Starting drama where there was no drama. So then Keenan got pissed, got hella pissed. And Keiko didn't understand why Keenan was pissed. And I'll have to say, at that point, with no further explanation, I didn't understand why Keenan was pissed, because at the end of the day, it was a challenge. But with these challenges, there's always a bit of truth or a bit of shittiness to them. There really is, because the challenges are the place where the contestants use them, really, well, the islanders, not contestants, use it as a way in which to get the point across that they wouldn't normally get across if they were actually in the villa and talking to this person, like, face to face. But yeah, Keenan was pissed, like hella pissed that she did that to him. So she goes through her thing and she rescues Bergie, who she's paired off with, and they go into the waterfall. And I have to say, Bergie is coming into his own. Bergie is literally coming into his own because he's getting this kissing shit under his belt. He's literally popping his cherry here, there, and freaking everywhere at the end of the day. So yes, on Bergie's part, that was a damn good kiss under that waterfall. But the one person who seemed to have a problem with that kiss under the waterfall was Carmen. Carmen did not like that kiss that Bergie was giving to Cassie under the waterfall. But we shall go on and see what happened next. Okay, so we get to KK. And she put the snake on Cassie, which was a given because that's where I would have put it. I would have put, to be fair, as I already said, I would have put all the snakes on Cassie. Like, all the snakes on Cassie. Because this girl can't be trusted. Like, this girl cannot be trusted. So, she basically said about the googly eyes, saying that Keenan was googly eyed. Now, Keenan then again got pissed and saying, oh, I knew she would mention that. And I'm just like, my dude, it's a challenge right now. It's a challenge. Deal with the shit afterwards. Deal with it when you need to go on afterwards. Don't show these people that you're pissed with the fuckery shit that they're doing at the end of the day. Deal with the shit afterwards. Cassie did look uncomfortable when she got the snake, but I'm like, you know what? You needed that snake around your neck because you are hella snaky. She got the question, which is, which boy is most adventurous in the bedroom? And she basically picked Leo for being the most adventurous in the bedroom. And I would say she picked Leo because of the fact of the way he kissed up Anna under that waterfall. That's what I'm thinking. It's the way he kissed up Anna under that waterfall and grabbed her up. Anyway, so KK took Keenan through, went to the waterfall, and all I would say is hello. That was hot. Hello. The way he just hung her up, she just jumped up in his arms, and they were kissing for ages though. Like, all of them seemed to be kissing for ages, but yeah, that was hot. I have to say that was hot. So Carmen comes through and delivers a snake to Hannah, which I think was fucked up. Personally, I think that was hella fucked up because there was no reason for her to give that snake to Hannah. Now, she could have given that snake to Cassie or anybody else that she felt was snaky, but I don't understand why she gave it to Hannah, because basically she was saying that they came in as competition, but she got what she wanted. Now, when Carmen said that she got what she wanted, Victor was literally jumping around, all excited, saying, yeah, that's me. Bergie looked hella uncomfortable around that situation, but Victor was there blasting himself up, and I said don't, because I literally could see I literally could see the pattern of negotiation that was going on and what was happening at the end of the day. Because I thought, oh fuck, because I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if she picked Bergie? Like, seriously, wouldn't it be funny if she picked Bergie? Yeah, so she picked her question, which was, which boy's future lies with someone else? And of course, she picked Bergie and Cassie, basically. So I was like, okay. So then she went down the line and stroked all the guys' chests, went all the way down, touched Victor, went back, and then shouted, let's switch things up a little. Oh, that fucked with everybody's minds. Everybody got discombobulated. She went down on her knees and undid Bergie's wrist restraints. I was like, okay, so is this how you're going on, Carmen? Like, for real, this is how you're going on? All the girls have come out, picked their own guys to rescue and take to the waterfall, and you're not gonna pick the guy that you're coupled up with? Victor was, I wouldn't even say Victor was pissed. Victor was angry with a capital A. That man was miffed to the max. He was not pissed, he was miffed to the max that she literally played in his face and then in front of everybody else embarrassed the fuck out of him by picking Bergie. By literally picking Bergie. Like, full on picking Bergie. And I'm like, Carmen, where is, like, for real, Carmen, where's your head at right now? Like, really, where is your head at right now? Every other girl has come out and picked their man that they're coupled up with, and you came out and you picked, oh. I was like, oh, shit is about to go down. Like, full on shit is about to go down, because even everybody was like, nah. Like, she really picked Bergie, and like, really, Bergie went in for that kiss, and Victor wouldn't even look. Victor would not look in the slightest. He just kept his head straight ahead, didn't veer off, nothing. So you could tell this man, if he could fucking throw hands at that point, Bergie would have been in trouble. Like, even though it wasn't Bergie's fault, because Bergie was put in that situation by Carmen, Bergie would have been in trouble. So then it's back to the villa, and everything is just like popping off all at once in the villa. So I tell you for what, Carmen had two people, well, maybe two people that she needed to apologize to, and that was Hannah and that was Victor, in terms of how she behaved. She also probably needed to apologize to Bergie, because at the end of the day, she put Bergie in a very fucked up position by doing what she did. Now, my thing is this girl spent all day having her shower and everything like that. Hannah was upset to the max. Like, Hannah was upset to the max. She was upset that Carmen and Destiny sniped her when she saw herself as being friends with them. But she wasn't so much upset with Destiny snaking. It was more so Carmen, because of the fact that they formed a tight relationship, a tight friendship from when they entered the villa together. So she did not understand why these two people would put this snake around her neck. Like, seriously didn't understand. So she got really upset, and I could understand why she was upset, because there was no real reason as to why they would do that, especially when she's thinking that she's friends with these people and they've never shown her any just reason or any just cause to think any differently about them. Now, the behavior that they've taken has made her think differently about them now. Now, when it gets to the situation between Carmen and Victor, that girl did not talk to Victor all day. That girl did not talk to Victor all flipping day to explain herself in the slightest. But we will get to that, to explain herself in the motherfucking slightest at all. So we get to the upsetness of Keenan, and he's talking to KK, and he explains to KK why he was so upset with what Cassie had said, because basically he saw it as a dig at his character by saying that he made googly eyes at her, knowing full well he's in a situation with somebody, and that could come off a little bit like as really pretensive and hurtful and harmful to the relationship that he's in. So she made it look as though he was doing shit behind KK's back when he wasn't, and he didn't like that because it's a dig to his character. Now, I know how that feels when someone makes a dig to your character. That fucking shit stings. That shit stings to the point where you are going to get mad and you are literally going to need to talk that shit out, because there's no way you're coming from a character like that. When I know I ain't that type of person, there's no way you're coming from a character like that. So I kind of understood where Keenan was coming from in his upsetness. I didn't at first, but as he explained it, I kind of knew. And then I thought that Cassie was just playing stupid games and she's going to get a stupid prize. But then as Keenan says in his VC, that he was very clear with Cassie that he is not going to make any moves or steps towards her, because he's quite happy in his situation with KK at the end of the day. And if anything, if she wants to make a move, it's going to have to come from her, because he said he was not going to do that, and he said that to Cassie straight off the bat. So if that was the truth, then I don't understand where this shit is coming from with Cassie, because I'm telling you, this girl is a fire starter. She likes to throw her freaking jabs and then literally stand back to watch the fireworks fly wherever they may land, if it happens. She's a fire starter, an absolute fire starter, and this is the reason why I say me not like Cassie. I don't like her. Me not like her in the slightest. Anyway, so as the evening rolls on, you see Destiny and Harrison, and they're basically talking. They're talking about the challenge itself and how good the kiss was. And I'm like, Harrison, be careful. Like, seriously, be careful. Because this woman reads a lot into a kiss. Case in point, what happened with Marco. She reads a lot into a kiss. So this woman's going to start feeling things for you, but you haven't give her the same reciprocation back. So I would be careful if I was you, Harrison. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So then it moves to Victor and Leo talking, and Victor's telling Leo that Carmen still hasn't come to speak to him at all in the slightest. And he was saying that the way she went about her shit doesn't make sense to him, because at the end of the day, he's allowed her that space to get to know Bergie if she wanted to get to know Bergie. He said he knew something was coming, because in the challenge, she would not give him no eye contact whatsoever. So he knew that something kind of was coming, but he didn't realize that she would disrespect him in the way that she did. And I have to say, she did. She full on disrespected that man. Like, full on disrespected that man in the actions that she took. I mean, all you have to do is put it back to like Love Island UK, where Zach did the challenge and he was coupled with Catherine and he faked out Catherine and kissed Molly. Now that was hella disrespectful, and this is the same kind of thing. So I'm still gonna say it was hella disrespectful. So then you see Keenan and Carmen go for a chat. This is just before the evening stages. Keenan and Carmen go for a chat, and Carmen is crying her eyes out. And I'm like, why is this girl crying? Like, why is this girl crying? She caused the situation and now she's crying because she's saying that she knows Hannah and the girls are talking about her. She knows Victor's mad at her and Victor and the lads are talking about her, and she doesn't know which way to go. How about you pull up your big girl panties and go and talk to the two people that you upset? How about that? That would be the thing for you to do, rather than sit there blotting your eyes out over a situation that you caused. How about you just go talk to them? Do you know what I mean? And then you got Keenan gassing her up, saying that she didn't do anything wrong. Yes, no, Keenan, she did. She did do something wrong, because she stabbed two people in the back and then put a third one in a position that he didn't really want to be in, and then fucking walked off and not talked to nobody. Walked off and left everybody to their own devices and don't talk to nobody. That's not meeting your shit head on at the end of the day. You cause the situation, you deal with it like the adult that you're supposed to be. So we get to the evening and everybody is feeling the tension of what's going on in the villa at the end of the day. So you see Hannah and Destiny talk, and Destiny apologizes to her for giving her the snake, which Hannah accepts, because at the end of the day the snake was for Marco, not for Hannah. And this is why I say Destiny should not have given that snake to Hannah at all, even as a secondary to get to Marco, because that was just pure bullshit. At the end of the day, it was pure bullshit. And you see Victor is waiting for Carmen to come and talk to him, and this girl still has not talked to him, because she does not believe that she's done anything wrong. Like, she is invalidating how he should be feeling, because she does not believe that she has done anything wrong, because she is of the view that she'd already said to him that she's not close to him, she's open, and she wanted to get to know Bergie. There's ways in which to do that. There's ways in which to get to know people within the villa without, in a challenge, you bypass the person that you're with and then go and suck the face of the other person that you want to get to know. That is not how you get to know people. So then we move to Hannah actually having a conversation with Carmen, and at first Carmen doesn't fully apologize, even though Hannah's trying to explain to her how she felt in regards to the snake being put round her neck and stuff like that. So tell me why, as Hannah's trying to explain her feelings, in order for this girl to listen and respond in kind to apologize for the action that she took in the freaking challenge towards Hannah, does Carmen then start to center herself? Carmen then starts to talk about how she felt that evening, where she knew all the guys were talking about her, and she knew all the girls were talking about her, and then she just didn't want to be there. She centers herself fully in that conversation, and poor Hannah's have to then validate and make her feel heard and listened to, when it should have been the other way round. And I'm like, Carmen, are you really that dense? Like, are you really that selfish that you cannot read the room in regards to how you made Hannah feel, but yet you center yourself in that conversation? And it wasn't until later on down the line, until Carmen throws the fly away, I apologize. I don't think she really meant that apology, to be honest with you, because in Carmen's head, she didn't think she did anything wrong in that challenge. I mean, it was total bullshit what she did, but she did not think she did anything wrong in that challenge. But you can let me know what you thought about it, because I think she did hella things wrong in that challenge. So then you see Keenan and Cassie have the talk, and basically Keenan is telling Cassie exactly where he stood on the issue around her saying he had googly eyes when that wasn't the case. And then you hear Cassie, instead of actually listening to what freaking Keenan was saying, she was just listening to respond. He's just constantly invalidating what he's saying. Well, you do stare at me, but you do look at me. And he says, yeah, because when I look up, you're staring at me hard, so I look back at you. He said, but that's not necessarily me giving you googly eyes at the end of the day. He says, the way in which you hit my character is making it believe as though I'm doing something behind someone else's back to the person that I'm with, when that is not the case in the slightest. Now, you can literally see in that conversation where Cassie, like, literally switched off, like completely switched off, and was not listening to Keenan in the slightest, because this is the problem with Cassie. Once she gets a little backbite to her behaviors and she gets told off or pulled up on her behaviors, she don't like to hear that. She really does not like to hear that, because she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong ever. Like, seriously does not think her behavior warrants anybody saying anything to her about them, because she does not believe that she's doing anything wrong. As Keenan was saying, she does it all the time, where she constantly says, oh, well, I wasn't thinking and it just came out this way. I didn't mean it this way. You say that all the time. Like, she literally says that all the time, and she does not learn from the shit that she does, and then still does the same thing right after she said what she said. So Keenan weren't taking her bullshit, basically. Conversation with Keenan, when it didn't go Cassie's way, she then goes and finds Bergie and basically starts lamping at Bergie in regards to what happened in the challenge, even though it wasn't Bergie's fault. It wasn't Bergie's fault, because he didn't ask to be picked, but Carmen decided to pick him. So Carmen was the one that made the choice, and Bergie just followed through at the end of the day. So she tells Bergie, oh, you made me feel insecure. Insecure about what, when you don't want the man in the first place? Someone tell me that. Insecure about what? Well, she don't want the man in the first place. So how has he made her feel insecure? Because for someone to make you feel insecure, you're gonna have to have a semblance or a little inkling of feeling for them. Or did she just want to make someone else feel bad because she felt shit herself because of the conversation that she had with Keenan? That's how I'm seeing it. Because of the conversation that she had with Keenan, she wanted to make someone else feel shit. Because she don't have no ties to this man to even say that this man made her feel insecure. You'd have to have some type of feeling and feel some type of way for someone to make you feel insecure about the behaviour that they took. So I call bullshit on that one. So now it comes to the pièce de résistance. When Carmen actually asked Victor for a chat. Okay, now we shall see how that chat went. And I will tell you it didn't go very well at all, because all Carmen did was invalidate the feelings of Victor at that point in time. All she did was invalidate the feelings of Victor at that point in time, because she honestly was telling Victor that she did not get why he was so upset when she'd already said that she wanted to get to know Bergie. So she decided she was going to get to know Bergie. I think they're going to have to like roll that tape back just to make her see how bad it was. But even then, if they rolled that tape back to make her see how bad it was, she probably still wouldn't think it was bad. Like, she really would not think it was bad, because she really and well and truly didn't think she did anything wrong at all. I mean, you got Victor literally trying to tell her what she did was hella disrespectful, and she was literally just throwing his shit back at him, like throwing it back at him. And I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, your behavior is off, my girl. Like, fully off. That you really don't have the emotional maturity to see when you've done something wrong to someone, that you think that what you did was fine. Because I guarantee you, if I was in that position, I would not see that as fine. If someone did that shit to me, I would be hella pissed. Like, hella pissed. Yeah, we might not have been getting on, but we're still in a couple. After you've seen every other girl come out and rescue and kiss the man that they're with, and you turn around and took another man and kiss him up, and then that said man that you're coupled with was left there on his lonesome with nothing. Like, left on his lonesome, because that would tell that other man that you don't particularly like him, number one. Number two, don't particularly find him attractive. And number three, you definitely didn't want to kiss that man under the waterfall. That's what that would tell Victor at the end of the day. Your mouth might not have said it, but your actions have. So yeah, nah, Carmen was dusty for that one. Proper dusty for that one. Like, for real. So basically, Victor does not see Bergie as competition, and this is where I'm saying you shouldn't say stuff like that, because at the end of the day, Carmen was literally making you see that Bergie is competition. Don't overlook Bergie, is what she was telling you in her actions at the end of the day. But then it's up to Victor if he's going to take heed of that. But yeah, that was one really fucked up episode. I told you these challenges equals fuckery. And that is where it's going. I'm going to end it for now, but I will be back with the next episode. As I always say, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button for when you know I'm back on and I'm doing videos. And I'll speak to you all soon. Peace out.